Hi, this is Rahman Mehrabi from destinationIran.com. These days, more and more people like you consider traveling to Iran. I understand that you prefer to make sure everything is alright before you plan the trip. This video is one of a series of testimonials by those who have traveled to Iran before. Because you'd rather watch a real person telling you about his or her travel experience, here in DestinationIran.com we have prepared the following video for you. I hope this persuades you to start planning your own exploration in Iran. Enjoy it. Okay, Tim, I appreciate it if you can just tell me briefly how you found out about Iran and made your decision to come to Iran, how you got it organized, and about your experience altogether. How do you like Iran now that you have traveled here for 2 weeks?
Thank you. I'm glad to have this opportunity. I've always been fascinated by the Middle East, but I don't not know very much about it. I've been to Egypt and I've been to Turkey, but the obvious country that I have not visited was Iran. So I've always wanted to visit, but it's sometimes complicated to get here. But a good friend of mine recommended a travel agency which made it very possible for me to, and very easy for me to make this trip. The highlight of the trip is really to go back into history and to see and think about centuries ago, which we Americans don't ever contemplate since we live in the present. But it's fascinating to think about the world 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years ago, which is certainly one can experience on this trip. And we covered in 2 weeks most of the major cities in the West. We did not go up in the East, but so I need another trip to Iran, obviously, which I look forward to doing. But the history is so rich that it's hard to capture it in a few words, except to say that every American, at least every foreigner, really should have a chance to know Iran. It's the richest civilization, I would say, in this part of the world. That might be a controversial statement, but the richness is confirmed by the visit. And, of course, having a good guide is critically important. One can never appreciate it on one's own. One really should travel with somebody who knows the country and travel in a small group so that you can really feel the intimacy of the civilization.
You've been here for 2 weeks, but what do you think is the main highlight? The monuments, the people, the history, culture?
I think the culture is the most interesting, highlighted by the monuments. If you're just seeing the monuments without understanding the culture, it would be a bit meaningless unless you're an expert on architecture. And the architecture and the design is fantastic, as this setting would confirm. But it's understanding the history, which is so important. And it humbles one, because a country as young as ours, 400 years old, we think we're an old country, and this country is 2,000-3,000 years old. And a trip around the country, it gives you a chance to feel firsthand, to see firsthand the impact of this history and the importance of this history, not only the Middle East, but to the whole world. It's an enormously important country.
I see. Thank you. And one more question, because many Americans hesitate to travel to Iran from the security point of view. How secure did you feel during the trip here?
I feel more secure than walking on the sidewalk of New York. I couldn't feel more secure. I've seen absolutely there's been no disruption. The only thing that's unusual for an American is the traffic, but if you have a good driver, you can live with that. I couldn't feel safer, and the people are so friendly. I've had people walk up to me. Obviously, they can see I'm an American, a gringo, you might say, but they want to talk with me, or at least exchange greetings, which to me just highlights the fact that this is a very friendly country with very fond memories of the United States.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hope to see you again here.
I'll be back.
Thank you. What you just watched was a testimonial by someone who has already taken the step to make a journey to Iran. Hopefully you've got the answer to several questions you may have had in mind. If there's still some ambiguous points that need to be made clear, please don't hesitate to contact us at info@destinationiran.com. I'll be happy to help you. See you soon in Iran. Bye.